The rest in green? 4, 7, 5 in green? Okay. All right. The important thing to remember when you're making a Pareto chart looks like a bar chart. The bars aren't right next to each other, and this is for qualitative data, not quantitative data. Qualitative. Labels, that kind of thing. Categories. And the important thing here is that the categories are in order high to low. So make sure you circle that. On the side is frequency. Down here we're writing all of the colors. All right, so let's see, our highest frequency is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I put my biggest class first. This is green. And what's next? Yellow? Then we got purple. And then we got red and orange, and it doesn't matter with red and orange which one you put first. So it always goes downhill, a Pareto chart. These graphs are a little easier today than yesterday because you don't have to make like a big frequency distribution first. All right, next is a scatter plot. All right, Georgia, I'm going to have you make up a whole bunch of data for us. Okay, let's say I'm going to have you give me 5 points, okay? And I actually, because of being private, I don't want you to give me a point about yourself or about anybody you know particularly. I want you just to make this up, okay? The first number, each one represents a person. The first number I want you to give me is their height. Just make up a height and then tell me their grade point average. Don't try to think of real people, okay?
5'2", 3.8, 6'1", 2.7, 5'6", 4.0, 5'4", 3.9, 5'8", 3.1.
Okay. I'm going to let you write down those two. A scatter plot has to have pairs. It doesn't matter which information you put on which axis, although because of how I wrote my data points, I want the height to be my x. Yep. But if you had written the data points the other way, it would still be right to put height up here, because all you're doing is comparing two sets of data and seeing if they trend together or not. So over here, I'll write grade point. I'm definitely gonna do this, because I'm breaking my axis for height, because I'm not gonna start at 0 feet, 0 inches, because that would be ridiculous. So I'm gonna start at 5.2 right here. This is 5.4, 5.6, 5.8, 5.10, 6 feet, and 6.2. Grade point average, let's see, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then you start graphing the points. You do not connect them at all. So 5.2 is about 3.8. Six one is 2.7. Five six is 4.0. 5.4 is 3.9. 5.8 is 3.1. So, according to Georgia's data that was completely made up, if we were looking at this data, would we say that there's a positive, a negative, or no correlation between height and grade point average? Do you know what the difference is? What's a positive correlation? So a positive correlation means that they both go up together and they both go down together. So that would mean the taller you are, the smarter you are, the shorter you are, the dumber you are. Is that true for this data?
No.
No. A negative correlation means that the data is related oppositely.